Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Alex and
Timmy
from Rants, and we want to talk about NXT. So, what are your thoughts about NXT?
I love NXT. It's one of the best parts of the WWE network for only $9.99. Had to get that out of the way. Not that I'm not a spokesman for the WWE, but I just like...
We just got paid our 2 cents for promoting the network. Yay! We're moving up in the world.
I wish. Yeah, NXT's great. I mean, I've been watching NXT since its humble beginnings, before it was even developmental. Before it was just a show on Sci-Fi that they were trying to get the main talent, all these up-and-coming talent, such as Wade Barrett, who won the first season, and after that started the Nexus, by my shirt, that you can tell I was a big fan of them, and now Wade Barrett soon became Bad News Barrett, and he has skyrocketed, has been multiple-time Intercontinental Champion, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I mean, look at Paige, too. I mean, Paige, when she bursted onto the scene with the Divas title, I can't speak, Divas title, and now she doesn't have it, but I can see her having it again at some point.
Yeah, even her predecessor, AJ, she came from the original NXT. I mean, NXT, it was such a small show, and now it's its own brand.
When did it start?
Probably like maybe 2009.
So yeah, I mean, it's really catching on. Popularity is really increasing, and I can see in the near future, within a few years, that they'll have a regular show on TV like Raw and SmackDown. Could you see that?
Yeah, but the only thing about that is having it on the network makes it even more special, because then people will actually subscribe to the network just to see that. So to put it on TV, it's kind of cheating people.
Well, maybe every once in a while, maybe have a special.
Maybe, but they already
to advertise it more.
But they already have their specials. It'd be nice to have like an NXT night on Raw.
That'd be interesting.
Where you get all your Raw people and all your NXT people and have like an invasion type thing. So
I think that would be cool. That would be cool. So, in your opinion, who do you think is going to be the next diva called up from NXT into the WWE?
I'd have to say Charlotte Flair.
Any reason?
Well, she's already had the NXT Women's title, and she's pretty much faced everybody there. And Sasha Banks, she finally has the title, so it's good for them to pass the torch. It started with Paige, went to Charlotte, now to Sasha, hopefully soon to Bayley, and just keep working the ranks.
So when do you think Charlotte will be called up? If you had to put a time frame on it.
Maybe SummerSlam?
SummerSlam? You think?
Maybe.
That's cool. That's cool. And I know that they just called up Neville a couple weeks ago. Man, that guy is awesome. He's turning into one of my most favorite wrestlers already. He is super talented. When you saw him up against Ziggler, that was one hell of a match on Raw a couple weeks ago, and he did that flip off the barricade. Man, that was awesome. I haven't really seen anything like that before.
I have in person. I've seen Adrian Neville wrestle when it was just, the up-and-coming dark matches on Raw, and it was awesome. I was like, wow, this guy has talent, the high flying, the Red Arrow alone is a sight to see. Seeing that in person, wow, it's awesome.
Where did you see him?
He was in Albany.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I mean, who do you think is going to be the next guy wrestler to go into the WWE from NXT to be called up?
I mean, pretty much like a lot of the people in NXT, I feel like they want to give them all the title at least once.
Yeah.
Just so that they can say that they've been NXT champion. But there's some lesser-known guys that maybe you could see come up, but they're usually the top guys. You want them to at least have the NXT title, so they have the championship feel,
So if you had to pick one guy to be called up next, who would you predict?
I would like to say Sami Zayn, but it seems like he's got another 2 years in NXT to really develop, a fan base. He already has it, but to develop a character and stuff like that. And since they just brought in Kevin Owens, who used to be Kevin Steen, and since Sami Zayn used to be El Generico, Ring of Honor guys, now they're just bringing the Ring of Honor stuff to the main stage in WWE.
So, I mean, I know, like I said, I know they just called up Melville, so it may be a while before they call up the next guy, but you never know for sure. So, if when Zayn does get called up, when do you think that will be, if you had to predict?
Maybe by after WrestleMania next year.
Really?
Maybe.
So that long, you would say? Does it usually take a long time to develop the wrestlers down in NXT, or does it vary?
I mean, it depends. But they've been, they've had a big crop coming out of there lately, and now they got a big crop coming in. So it's definitely something to be thinking about, bringing them in soon.
There's definitely a bright future in WWE, but my fear is when they call up these wrestlers, they may, not ruin them, but kind of from a storyline perspective, may make bad decisions, and maybe they won't necessarily fit in. Exactly. So, what I'm saying is the Ascension, I'm not a big fan of them, but, they have potential. And the thing is that sometimes storylines really do impact how the wrestler is perceived, and sometimes they may have this great talent right in front of their eyes, but they're just misusing them and they don't know how to use them. So that's my biggest fear and problem with this. But hopefully it all works out. We're fingers crossed. I think we have a bright future ahead with this new crop of wrestlers coming from the NXT.
Finn Balor is amazing. When he, dabs the paint on and wears all the paint and does the special entrances, it's awesome. It's like a comic book character come to life.
That's awesome.
Hideo Itami is very great talent. It was good to see him get his spot at WrestleMania in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. It was very awesome to see that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. That was cool.
It's cool to see Kevin Owens, in the WWE, and have him win the NXT title the month to the day of his debut. It was like, wow, okay. They're playing hardball now. It's go time, WWE main roster.
That's awesome. So basically, let's recap. Who do you think the Diva is going to be called up next?
Charlotte.
And the guy wrestler?
Maybe Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Okay, so we'll see if we're right. And if we're right, send us money our way. Or scratch that. Obviously, of course, we always appreciate money. That would be awesome if we could figure out a way to make money off of this. But at the very least, like our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to us, please. And tell your friends about us. Our following's growing, and we're really proud of how far we've come, and we're just getting started.
Yeah, and another tag team, on a side note, that I'd really like to see come up soon. I know that they want to have the tag team titles at least once, but Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, I'd like to see them, win the tag team titles in NXT at least once, and then come to the main roster, and then maybe do something with Zack Ryder. You get Zack Ryder, the Long Island guy, versus these Italian guys. That'd be something really cool. So NXT, something to check out. So many good talents. We're going to be doing more videos like this. Obviously, I'm the NXT expert, so...
I'm just the guy. I mooch off of his network, so,
pretty much, whenever he needs me to come in and do a video about something, I'm here, so...
Yeah, we finally got him.
Let us know what you think. NXT is #1.
Thanks for watching. And remember, follow, and subscribe.
Ring Rants!
Ring Rants!